Imagine saving $50 today. The problem is that this exact $50 may have been making you poorer for years. Most people think discounts save money. And technically, that's true. But that's not the whole story. Because stores don't make money when you save money. They make money when you spend money. And discounts are one of the most effective tools ever created to make people spend more. Let me show you how it works. Imagine you walk into a store planning to buy one shirt. Then you see a sign that says, "Buy one, get one free." Suddenly, buying two shirts feels smarter than buying one. Even though you originally only wanted one, this is where psychology becomes more powerful than math. Your brain doesn't focus on the money spent. It focuses on the money saved. That feeling creates a small dopamine reward. And dopamine feels good. Very good. So good that people often buy things they never planned to buy. And that's exactly where the discount trap begins. Stores understand something most shoppers don't. People hate losing opportunities. Psychologists call this loss aversion. Losing feels roughly twice as painful as winning feels good. That's why limited time offers work so well. The discount isn't creating value. It's creating urgency. And urgency shuts down rational thinking. Instead of asking whether you need the item, you start asking whether you'll miss the deal. That's a completely different question. And it often leads to completely different behavior. Let's look at Black Friday. Every year, millions of people rush into stores searching for deals. Many leave feeling like financial geniuses. But here's the uncomfortable truth. You didn't save $500. You spent $1,500. That's money that can no longer work for you. And that's where the real cost begins. Imagine investing that same money instead. Let's say you invested $1,500 and left it alone for 20 years. That discount suddenly becomes much more expensive because every dollar you spend has an invisible cost. Economists call this opportunity cost. It's one of the most important concepts in personal finance. Yet most people never think about it. They only focus on the discount. Rich people often look at discounts differently. They don't ask how much they're saving. They ask whether they would buy it without the discount. That's a much smarter question. Because it forces you to focus on value, instead of focusing on emotion. Discounts aren't evil. Sometimes they genuinely save money. The danger comes when discounts influence your decisions. Because that's the moment you're no longer saving money. You're spending more while convincing yourself you're spending less. This is exactly why stores spend billions of dollars studying consumer psychology. They're not selling products. They're influencing decisions. The product is often secondary. The real product is attention. Because attention eventually becomes spending. Walk through any supermarket, and you'll see this strategy everywhere. The most profitable products are rarely placed at eye level by accident. They're placed there because eye level gets attention. And attention drives sales. The same thing happens online. Ever notice how websites highlight the most expensive option first? That's called anchoring. And it changes the way you evaluate prices. Imagine seeing a jacket priced at $1,000. Then, right beside it, you see another jacket for $300. Suddenly, $300 feels cheap. But if you had seen the $300 jacket first, it might have felt expensive. The price didn't change. Your perception did. Another tactic stores use is artificial scarcity. You've probably seen it before. Only 3 left in stock. Sale ends tonight. Last chance. These messages seem harmless, but they trigger something powerful inside your brain. Fear of missing out, also known as FOMO. FOMO changes how people make decisions. Instead of thinking carefully, people begin reacting emotionally. That's exactly what urgency is designed to do. It shortens the decision-making process. The less time you spend thinking, the more likely you are to buy. That's not an accident. It's a business strategy. The same principle explains countdown timers online. When the clock is ticking, your brain becomes focused on avoiding loss, not making good decisions. That's exactly what marketers want, because emotional decisions are usually more profitable than rational ones. Think about subscription services. Many companies offer huge discounts for the first month. The first month isn't where they make money. The real money comes later. Once the subscription becomes automatic, once cancellation feels inconvenient, once you stop paying attention, a small monthly payment feels harmless. $10, $15, $20. But dozens of small subscriptions quietly add up. Over time, they become a serious drain on wealth. Not because any single purchase was large, because small expenses repeated for years become large expenses. This is another reason discounts can be dangerous. They encourage people to focus on individual transactions instead of long-term consequences. A rich person often thinks differently. Instead of asking, "How much does this cost today?" they ask, "How much will this cost me over time?" That's a much more powerful question, because wealth is usually built through long-term thinking, not short-term gratification. Most discounts encourage the opposite behavior: immediate action, immediate emotion, immediate spending. The store gets richer immediately. The customer becomes poorer gradually, and gradual losses are difficult to notice. That's why the discount trap is so effective. Nobody feels poor after saving $20. Nobody feels poor after using a coupon. Nobody feels poor after getting a deal. But thousands of small financial decisions shape your future. And those decisions compound over time, just like investments compound. Follow for more